I'm going to let you in on a little secret about the two most toxic relationships in your life. And no, I'm not talking about your ex or your parents. I'm talking about two apps, right here, in your pocket. Let's break down exactly how they're designed to completely own you.
So, let's meet our two demons, shall we? On one side, you have a needy narcissist that demands your attention 24/7, and on the other, you've got this strict disciplinarian that locks you out the second you mess up. As I was digging into why they own our souls, I realized something pretty terrifying.
See, they're both fighting for custody of your brain, but, and this is the crazy part, they have completely different parenting styles. One is what we call an engine of consumption, the other an engine of challenge. So let's get into how they are rewiring your dopamine right now.
First up, we've got to talk about Instagram. Instagram is the cool mom. You know the type, permissive, easygoing, and asks for absolutely nothing from you, except, your undivided passive attention forever.
It's like Instagram is whispering in your ear, right? Honey, you don't have to do anything, just sit there. Here's a picture of a sunset, here's a meme about anxiety. Oh, look, a reel of a guy cutting soap for 10 straight minutes. Don't think, just flick your thumb. Shh.
In the UX world, we have a name for this, frictionless consumption. But I like to call it the bottomless bowl. You've seen those soup commercials, right? Where the bowl just never, ever empties? That's your Instagram feed. They've surgically removed all the stopping cues. There is no end of the page. It is literally designed to be infinite.
And the result? Well, you know how it goes. You open the app at 8 p.m. just to check one DM, and bam, suddenly it's 2 a.m., your leg is completely asleep, and for some reason you're watching a raccoon eat a single grape in Thailand. You've entered a trance state. Your cognitive load is zero. You are, for all intents and purposes, a vegetable with a thumb. And Instagram's only goal is to make sure you never, ever wake up.
But then, there is Candy Crush. Candy Crush is not the cool mom. Nope, Candy Crush is the strict father. And let's be honest, he's a bit of a sadist. This app relies on something totally different, paced progression. It relies on pain.
You play 5 times, you lose, and what happens? The app slams the door in your face. It's basically screaming at you, no, you are done. Go think about what you did, come back in 30 minutes.
Now, do we just say, oh, thank you, app, for freeing me up to live my life? Of course not. We're on our knees begging. We're like, please, king.com, I have a credit card, I'll pay you 99 cents. Just let me swipe one more time. This is a classic tactic called artificial scarcity. By making the resource, your lives, so rare, they make it feel incredibly valuable.
So here's the crucial difference, right? Instagram is desperate for your attention. It's constantly just throwing stuff at you. But Candy Crush? Oh, Candy Crush plays hard to get. And that, my friends, is why people have been playing this game for over 10 years. It's the longest toxic relationship of your life.
Okay, so how do they reward you for putting up with all this? This is where it gets really good, because this is how they get you truly hooked, and they do it in completely opposite ways.
Over on Instagram, the reward is all about social validation. It's basically a slot machine. You pull the lever, you refresh the feed, and you're just wondering, will I get a like? Will I see a post from my ex? Will I get that little hit of dopamine? It's fundamentally built on anxiety.
Okay, so that's Instagram. But Candy Crush, what's its reward? It's not anxiety. It's not validation. It is something way more primal.
Oh yeah, Candy Crush is pure, unadulterated juice. And the craziest part about this is that's a real technical term in game design. Juice is all about the satisfying feedback an action creates. When you match 3 candies, the game doesn't just, remove them. The whole screen shakes, light rays shoot out.
And this deep baritone voice whispers, delicious.
Think about it. When was the last time you sent an email at work and your whole screen shook and Microsoft Outlook whispered, divine? Yeah? Never. And that is why you hate your job and you love Candy Crush. It makes you feel powerful. But the single smartest, and I mean most diabolical thing Candy Crush does is the near miss. It is a psychological trap that is almost impossible to escape once you fall into it.
You know this feeling. Oh, you know this feeling. You need to clear 20 jellies. You clear 19, you run out of moves. The game pauses, the music gets all sad, and it tells you you failed. You only needed one more. That feeling of being so close is completely intentional.
And this is a perfect example of something called the Zeigarnik Effect.
It's really just a fancy way of saying your brain absolutely hates unfinished tasks. It creates a mental itch, an intrusive thought that you simply have to scratch. You don't just want to play again, you feel this deep need to fix the error.
So here's how the trap works step by step. You fail by that near miss. Then your brain, thanks to that Zeigarnik effect, starts craving completion. So you pay that $1 for 5 extra moves, you clear that last jelly, and you feel this incredible wave of relief that, let's be honest, is probably better than most of your actual friendships.
So where does that leave us? This is our reality now. We are caught between these two masterfully designed systems. One is designed to turn us into a passive zombie, and the other preys on our brain's need for completion to turn us into an addict.
Yep, we're stuck. Stuck between the bottomless bowl that wants to turn us into zombies who scroll endlessly and buy sneakers we don't need, and the abusive game that wants to turn us into gambling addicts who pay real money to pop virtual sugar.
So, what's my advice? Honestly, next time you're on the subway and you feel that twitch in your thumb, don't open the apps. Look up. Look at a real person. It'll be awkward. It'll be boring. There's definitely no juice. But, oh wait, my live's just refilled, so I gotta go.
But it really leaves you with a question, doesn't it? The next time you pick up your phone, which demon are you going to feed? Will it be the endless scroll or just one more level?